people entering their first year of university. We've changed the scoring app, and essentially with that, I think we've got enough information that we can bring back to council recommended changes to that policy to reflect those outcomes.
Okay. Is there anything anyone would like to add at this point in time? Yes, Councillor Christie.
You said first year university, but I would say first year university, college, or apprenticeship.
Yes, so, sorry, that should be first year post-secondary.
Yeah. Councillor Cunningham.
So then in the eligibility 1.2, then we're just going to say they must be accepted into a post-secondary institution? Confirmed acceptance? Okay.
And we can do, to an earlier point that was made in the discussion, we can put the criteria for the scholarship on the acceptance to a post-secondary. So you're eliminating the Alberta high school diploma component, right? The other thing that we can do internally, and this doesn't need to be necessarily part of the policy, although we might put it in there, we don't need to pay the scholarship at the time that it's awarded, is we can wait for the applicant to give us proof that they've paid their tuition and then pay the scholarship. So we can award it earlier in the summer, but not actually dish out the money until the confirmation that tuition's been paid. There is still a scenario where you could pay your tuition and withdraw within a certain period of time and get your money back. That's a lot of work to go through for a bit for this. So there's still a little bit of a gap there, but if we can do the timing a bit differently so that by the time you've paid your tuition, chances are you're there. So, and it's not like there aren't enough other costs related to university where that's going to be too late. But
Councillor McGee.
I would like to suggest too, I liked your idea of can we get our reverse workers promoting this or whatever. I think administration can do that the way they best like, and I think that's an important piece to add. I would love to see letters formally sent to each school that's in Kneehill County outlining what the scholarship now looks like, as well to any leadership classes we might have in any of the schools. It would be great to have it to the student unions as well. So we're talking to the youth specifically. Yeah, so if we could, and there's online schools, I think you have an address for too, wouldn't you? You have an online schooling.
Is there an association for online schools?
There are, yeah, there's two different ones, and I can get those for you if you don't have them. So also though to the students' unions.
we, for council's awareness, once the essay question is chosen, we actually already do send correspondence to the schools outlining so there is an awareness that at least the school administrations have of the scholarship.
Councillor McGee.
I appreciate that, but since we're changing it, I'd like it to be out as soon as possible after we pass this, so that kids can plan for the year of it coming up, starting when they start school as opposed to, or for the 3 years prior to being school. The sooner they get to know about this community participation portion of it, I think the better we'll have excellent, a better application from each of those students.
Okay, is there any other suggestions that we would like to have when it comes to redeveloping this program? Looks like we've covered it all. We've taken Carolyn off the hook for the academic side. So the residency, the scholarships, first year of post-secondary, regardless of how long they've been out of high school. We changed the scoring, and we need proof of acceptance to the post-secondary. This will give you enough information to come up with I guess a new grants scholarship program, Mr. Hogan?
Through Mr. Chair, it does. So at this At this point, if that's the consensus of council, I think all we'd be looking for is for council to make for committee of the whole to make a recommendation to council to consider changes to the county scholarship policy.
Okay,
And then we could bring those changes back to a future council meeting.
yeah, and then we'll be able to refine it from there if we think of something else in the meantime. Is everyone is good with that, the process that we've just defined? I see one head nodding, yes, two, yes, 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 okay. I think we have a consensus. So if we could have someone make a motion? Yes, Councillor Cunningham.
I'll make the motion that committee of the whole recommends to council to direct administration to bring back the scholarship policy with amendments to a future council meeting.
Very good. So we have a motion before us that the committee of the whole recommend to council a change in the scholarship policy with the amendments to come in a future council meeting. Is there any discussion to that motion? Okay, not seeing any. Call the question. All those in favor? And that is carried unanimously. Thank you, everyone. Our next agenda item is a closed session. It's a draft policy and it is under section 2.4 of FOIP. Would someone like to move us into closed session? Councillor Forbes.
I'll move us into closed session.
All those in favor? And that is carried unanimously. Alrighty, we will wait for the streaming to stop.